March is Women's History Month, and to celebrate, we're rolling out a special interview series hosted by me, Emily Curl, with some leading ladies in music. Join me for some real talk on real topics that affect women. We are joined by the beautiful and talented sisters, Chloe and Halle. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Thank you both so much for being here. Now, Halle, you said you're in London. Chloe, where are you right now?
I am at our home in Los Angeles.
Love it. How has it been this time apart? Are you guys missing each other? Are you used to seeing each other on Zoom at this point?
Oh, we are missing each other so much. Me especially. I miss my sister. I just am like, dying to see her.
Halle, I miss you, but yeah, like not a freaking second goes by where I don't think of Halle. I am just so proud of her and everything that she is and how she's becoming, and she's growing so much, and she makes me really proud.
Oh man, I'm already emotional. It's weird that I haven't even started the interview yet. Now this, like we mentioned, this month is all about celebrating the women who have inspired us, who have shaped us, who continue to mold us every single day. And even from the start, I love the special bond that you both share. And like I said, I have sisters too, so I know that bond runs deep. To kick us off, what would you say right now is the quality that you most admire in your sister?
Oh, okay. Well, for me, I would say I absolutely admire Chloe's honesty. Ooh. I feel like that is such a special trait that she has, and she's always had, and her sensitivity. She has such an open and loving heart that I watch every day, and I'm so inspired by it. And I try to just, learn from that, because I feel like I am more of a kind of a closed off person compared to her. Like she's so open and just loving to everyone. And I just admire her sensitivity and her heart, and also her honesty. She will tell you in the most loving way how she feels. And her heart is on her sleeve. You can kind of see her facial expressions and know what she's feeling. And I just think that it's a really good trait for somebody to have. So I love that about her.
There's so many qualities of Halle's that I love that it's so hard to just pick one, but I'm really going to try to pick my favorite. I think it's how headstrong she is and how she's not afraid to fight for what she believes in. And it's truly inspiring to me. Even though she's my younger sister, there's so much I can learn from her, so much I am currently learning from her. And I'm just really proud of the woman she's becoming, and she's helping me love who I'm becoming as a young woman as well. So.
Wow, such great answers, such thoughtful answers too. And when you think about, your childhood, growing up, who is a woman in your life that you credit as really giving you a lot of these traits, is really impacting you into the woman that you are now?
Definitely my mom. Top number one, of course, my mom. There is just so many things that I have witnessed, and how she deals with so much, and she juggles so much, and she still comes out even stronger with her head held high, and that inspires me every single day, as well as my sister Halle. We are just so close, and being able to see how we both deal with things that we're both dealing with together, and how she always holds her head up high. It's truly inspiring to me. And I can't forget Queen Bee. Even before
we need that shout out, yes.
I know. Even before we were with Parkwood, I have always loved her, admired her, not only her performing, but also who she is as a businesswoman. And that continues to inspire me every day, as well as Michelle Obama, because she's a boss. So those are mine for me.
Yes. Love those. Halle?
Yeah, I absolutely would agree with Chloe. I mean, mom, of course. It's so funny because we have the same answers because,
very in sync.
Yes. So mom, of course, is definitely has always been such an inspiring woman in my life. And I think that's why, Chloe and I operate the way we do today, and just trying to be ourselves completely, authentically. And of course, my beautiful sister. I'm the younger sister for people who don't know. So I don't know if you have, I know you have sisters, but for the audience, if they have like siblings or older siblings, you know how it's always like, wow, you look to them, you're like, wow, I could do that, you know? So there's that. Then as well as like inspirations and influences, like Billie Holiday was kind of one of my icons that I was listening to. I started listening to her ever since I was 5. And that kind of inspired the fire in me of wanting to sing. And women like Nina Simone and Beyoncé, FKA Twigs, there's a whole long list, but that's like kind of in short.
You know, growing up, we're talking about this journey of, you know, becoming more and more of ourselves when we get older. When you look back on your own life and how you've grown, what have you learned to love about yourself or make peace about yourself now that maybe you didn't when you were younger?
Yeah, well, for me, so I have a really, really big heart and I love hard and I always see the best in people. And sometimes I would beat myself up about it because I'm also really naive and sometimes I would end up in situations I wouldn't want to end up in. But now being almost 23, I think that's the greatest gift God could have ever given me, how much I love. And it's such a powerful thing as well. Love makes the world go round. And, you know, instead of being sad or filled with pain and projecting that outwards, I'd rather much do that with love always, 1000% of the time.
That's a great answer. Halle, what would you say?
Yeah, I would just say there's so many times where I feel like I've had to come to terms with whether it's my certain flaws or one thing about myself that I overanalyze, or it's kind of my block that I have sometimes when I pretend to be so strong when inside I'm a bit of a teddy bear. And there's all these things that I feel like I've learned, or I'm still trying to learn to accept and love about myself and know that these are all the things that make me me, and that's okay. So I'd say that, yeah.
What about for both of you is something that maybe you used to tolerate when you were younger, but you no longer have space for in your life and you don't tolerate now that you've gotten older?
Oh, I think.
Go, Halle, let's hear it.
So for me, I think when I was younger, I used to be scared to speak up. I still am scared to speak up sometimes now, but when it comes to my family or somebody just being disrespectful to the ones that I love, or even me, I feel like it's getting easier for me to learn how to stand up for myself and set boundaries and say, no, this is not right. And yeah, I feel really strong when I do that, and just letting somebody know how I truly feel. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. For me, I think because in like personal life, I'm a bit shy to letting people know how I truly feel. I think what I'm learning is that I don't have to always sit there and tolerate things that I know is not deserving of me, my time and my space. So instead of necessarily responding to it, it's okay to just walk away. It's okay to not give anything your attention and use that and move it to something else that's more beneficial to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Such healthy ways to look at that too. And that kind of brings me to my next question. I wanted to ask you both about social media, because you both now have your own pages, and social media has been a funny thing, especially for me, even during this time. It has a lot of great benefits, but it also can have some negative things happen.
Yeah.
How do you navigate in a world of just a million connections, a million people at your fingertips, constant feedback, both positive and negative? How do you both navigate that? And how has that been now that you're navigating it on your own separate pages?
Oh, wow. Well, I think the best and easiest way to do that is just be yourself. You know, we're all different. There's 7 billion people in the world and not one of us are the same. So I know sometimes, you know, every single one of us feels pressured to be a certain way, be a way society might want to put us in a box and make us. But as long as you're yourself, it's okay. You know, even I'm still learning now that you don't always have to take in what people say about you. As long as you are confident and as long as you are happy and proud of yourself, that's all that really matters.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with my sister. I mean, social media is sometimes for me, it's really fun. And then sometimes it's just like, you know what? I can't do this right now. I have to kind of get my brain out of worrying or thinking of or overanalyzing what people have to say or their opinions about me or my loved ones or my sister. It's just like some things, you just take with a grain of salt and you just keep moving forward and knowing that you are living your life and happy and being unapologetically yourself. So
yeah. So a couple more questions for you both, but in that same vein, when you need, and we kind of touched on this, but when you need to channel that badass energy of another woman, who do you think of where you're like, okay, I'm channeling this person right now?
My sister. Because I feel like with Chloe, she has the ultimate badass energy. And I feel like everybody, ever since, we've made our own Instagram accounts, people are now really seeing that, especially in my sister, that there is this whole like fire of badass, amazing, confident self in her. And that's so inspiring. So I always look to her and think, wow, I could do that. Let me just be myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Chloe, how does that make you feel hearing that?
It makes me feel so tickled pink. And honestly, it's vice versa, because even though Halle might not think it, she's so fiery, especially like all of our personal family and friends know. And to see how much she owns the skin that she's in and her opinions and her thoughts, that inspires me to be more into my confidence. And, we might show it in different ways, but it stems from the same, my sister.
Dang, well, I'm inspired by both of y'all and have been for a while, but especially through this conversation.
Thank you.
And I just love how much that you guys love each other. That's really special.
I think so too. I love Al.
I love that. Chloe and Halle, thank you both so much for being here. Congratulations on everything going on. And it was so nice to get to hang with you both.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Have a great day.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching. Make sure you stream all of Chloe and Halle's music on iHeartRadio, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.